Hi, I'm Dan from Exploring with Dan. Today you're watching the Big Daddy Reviews. Enjoy.
So today we're on the Isles of Scilly. We've just come out on the boat now and we're going to go beer hunting. Well, we'll do some sightseeing, but we're going to see what fantastic Cornish beers and Isles of Scilly beers are available here. So let's take a look round.
So during our recent holiday to Cornwall, we decided to jump on board a boat and head over to St Mary's, which is the largest island of the Isles of Scilly. Whilst we were there, we tried out one of the beers from the local microbrewery, the appropriately named Isles of Scilly. Not only is this the most south-westerly brewery in Britain, this is also the only brewery based on St Mary's. Originally set up in 2001 as a bit of a hobby for a local teacher, the brewery has since gone on to supply the islands and the mainland with some quality craft ales. Bizarrely enough, each one of the beers that are part of the Isles of Scilly range are all named after a tragic accident at sea. And I'm going to read those to you as part of this review. So first up, we're going to try out the Association 1707. But first, let's read about the story behind this. The Association, flagship of the British fleet and 3 other vessels, struck the Gilstone Ledge in October 1707 and sank with the loss of 2,000 sailors, amongst them Rear Admiral Sir Cloudesley Shovel. This disaster is still described as the worst in naval history. The accident occurred due to the lack of a proper compass and clock on board. After the tragedy, the best brains in the land, including Isaac Newton and Edmund Halley, were tasked to advance technology to calculate longitude. So that's the story behind the name of the beer, but what's the beer itself like?
It's a lovely, sweet sort of floral Indian IPA with a soft sort of grapefruity bitter finish to it. Very pleasant, very nice, and if I could get some more to take up back to the mainland I would. Just a quick view here of the Isles of Scilly, another beautiful part of the world. Another fantastic place to come. You find yourself in Cornwall. Still not up there. That's the Sky Bus. Yeah, very sweet, very floral. It's definitely got that grapefruit finish to it at the end. That's lovely. That's a lovely Indian Pale Ale, is that? I'll have to see if there's any more as well. I'm going around the Isles of Scilly, but yeah, that's fantastic.
So as you can tell from this review, I rather enjoyed that beer, so much so that I actually then bought 2 more different beers from the same brewery and took them back to the mainland to try out and review by the tent. So let's go over there now and see what they're like.
While we're in Scilly, we actually picked up 2 more beers from the same brewery, from the Isles of Scilly. We have the Schiller, which 1875, which is a golden ale, and we have a Minnehaha 1910, which is a pale ale.
Yeah.
Pour it into a glass, and there's probably not going to be much of a head because this has been sitting in a cool box all this time. Bit of a year there. Minnehaha was banned for Tilbury from New York City when she went aground on rocks off Brewery in April 1910. She was carrying various cargo, including brand new motor cars, grand pianos and sewing machines, all of which was jettisoned into the water to lighten her bow and free her from the rocks. Over 200 cattle ended up in the sea and was guided to Brewery and Samson by local gigs. She was repaired and put back into service, but in September 1917 was torpedoed and sunk near Fastnet Rock with the loss of 43 lives. So yeah, not a particularly lucky ship there was Minnehaha.
No, it sank twice.
So we haven't got much of a head of it, but I think that's probably because it's been this bottle's been sat in in a cool box rather than a normal fridge. Got a lovely amber colour to it, as Isaac's just said off camera there. I'm getting a little bit worried that he may be becoming as much of a beer connoisseur as me.
Not at 13, he's not.
It's like looking at the eye of a duck and picking the cute ones.
An orange citrus hop finish. Let's have a sniff. The aroma. There's definitely an orangey smell to that.
If you actually drank
Lots
it,
of
it'd
citrus.
be disgusted, wouldn't it?
It
Yeah,
probably
I don't
would be.
like-
It
I
probably...
don't like the taste
But
of it.
ugh.
Right, let's give this a go.
Cider's one.
Oh, that's nice, that. Very light and clean. Very citrusy on the taste. Nice and refreshing. Very easy drinking. That's definitely a winner, is that? The ship might not be,
Yeah.
but the beer certainly is. Very nice indeed.
Wait, are you gonna have them both at once?
Our featured channel of the month for December is Exploring with Dan. Join Dan Smith as he visits many different forgotten or abandoned places hidden away from the general public. From old military bases and derelict farms to abandoned churches and graveyards, these are often fascinating and at times creepy places to explore. Dan will take the time to show you around and demonstrate why at one point these were once functional and very unique buildings with a rich and deep history. Since I've subscribed to his channel, Dan has visited numerous abandoned houses, farms, churches, burial grounds, graveyards, and a derelict World War II hospital and bomb shelters. He's even visited some Harry Potter filming locations as well. Dan has only had his channel running for about 5 months, but he has already gained a generous amount of subscribers, so why not become one of them? Check out Exploring with Dan, subscribe to his channel, and be sure to tell him that the Big Daddy D sent you.
So the last one from the Isles of Scilly that we're going to review is the Schiller 1875 Golden Ale. I think all these beers have been named after tragic boats of some kind. The SS Schiller, a German ferry, wrecked in tragic circumstances on her passage from New York. She struck the Retariat ledges in thick fog and was hit by 2 large waves, which smashed her against the rocks, damaging lifeboats and breaking the hull. Panic spread quickly and there were some extraordinarily violent scenes as people tried to save themselves.
Yeah.
Only 2 lifeboats escaped the wreck, with just 27 of the 372 people on board. Another 10 survivors were picked up the following day. Bit of an odd choice to sort of name your entire range of beers after tragic boats.
That map though that we saw on Isles of Scilly,
That was very
it's
cool,
absolutely surrounded by shipwrecks.
Yeah, you could buy a map, couldn't you, that had all the different
There's
various
loads of them, yeah.
shipwrecks. So I don't know, maybe
I
that.
could probably find where that ship was destroyed from.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Right, let's get this poured out into a glass. So straight away we can see it's a nice light golden colour. As the bottle would suggest, it is a golden ale.
There's a place in the Isles of Scilly called Bacon Ledge.
So reading the label, a pale golden ale with delicate hints of spice. Let's see if we can get any of that spice on the aroma. There's definitely a bit of a spicy aroma to it there. Not much, just a hint. Let's get dived into this. Again, not much of a head, but I'm guessing that's because it's been in a cool box for about a day or so. Cheers. Definitely got that bit of spicy, almost sort of peppery sort of taste to it there, only sort of slightly hint. Another light beer, I mean this one's 3.8%, the previous one was like 5%, but you couldn't sort of really, the alcohol wasn't overly powerful. Yes, that's very nice, is that. Good to have on a drinking session, you could have quite a few of those and not be too bad. Yeah, very light. very refreshing, very pleasant. Yeah, very enjoyable. I think I've had pretty much every beer, nearly every beer from the Isles of Scilly. Well, it's only these 3 that I've reviewed that's actually showing up on the Untappd app. There are a few more, but they've yet to show. But all in all, very good. And I don't know if these will ever sort of make it to the mainland. But if you do find yourself in the Isles of Scilly, pick a couple of these up. You'll find them rather enjoyable. Cheers.
So that's it for another episode of Beer Club. If you have enjoyed this particular video, then please leave a like and a comment. Please also consider sharing this video across all your various social media as well, and subscribing to the channel in order to see more videos like this. But for now, thank you very much for stopping by the Mabbers Tavern, and we'll catch you again next time.